should read too. Lincoln, I'd like to ask you a few questions for my readers.
Let's do it, Carl.
What were your favorite comic strips when you were a kid?
Well, Peanuts was number one, of course. Charles Schulz was my boyhood hero, and I kind of taught myself how to draw by copying pictures of Charlie Brown and Snoopy. You like Peanuts too?
Yeah.
Yep, so that was a favorite. And I liked a comic strip called Andy Cap, which is still around. I liked a comic strip called Tumbleweeds, which is not around anymore. And then when I was a little older than you, I started discovering some really old comics from the past. Comics like Lil Abner and Polly and Her Pals and Crazy Cat. So those are old comics that I really started to like when I was a little bit older than you.
My family and I love Big Nate. Sometimes my mom can't keep reading to me at bedtime because she's laughing too hard. Do you make yourself laugh when you're writing?
Sometimes, because when I'm writing jokes or when I'm writing one of the novels, if I can make myself laugh, then I figure, okay, that's probably going to crack up a kid. If I can crack myself up, I feel pretty confident it's going to crack up most kids.
I read on your blog that you're not going to write any more Big Nate books. Will the comic strip end too?
No, the comic strip is going to keep going. It's just the novels that I've stopped. I got to the end of the 8th novel and I thought that I had told all the stories I wanted to tell, but I can always change my mind, and it might be that in 5 years or so I say to myself, you know what, I have a couple more Big Nate novels I'd like to write, and then I could just resume. Because sometimes artists do that, they take a little bit of time off. Have you ever read the Captain Underpants books?
Yeah.
By Dave Pilkey?
Yeah. He
took sort of a long break from doing Captain Underpants books, and then he started up again. So maybe someday I'll start up again.
Will you be writing anything new soon, or are you taking a break now that you finished the Big Nate books?
I took a little break, but now I've started something new, and it doesn't even have a title yet. But it's a different kind of story than Big Nate, but I tell kids that if they like Big Nate, they're going to love this story. That the book is the same sort of combination of text and comics that the Big Nate novels are. So I think kids will really like it. And it's intended for about the same age group.
Is there anything you can tell me about it?
I can tell you it's a medieval story. It takes place in the Middle Ages. So there are knights and swords. There might be a dragon or two. You never know. But it's going to be funny. It's an adventure, but it's a funny adventure.
Thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome, Carl. My pleasure.